how is the preparation going? You only have a few days before the start of the Olympics.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to say that the preparation's been good since right from the beginning. You know, we had a pretty hard 3 months with all the athletes, all the Olympic athletes, at least. You know, unfortunately, a couple of the sparring partners were injured along the way, but the 3 that we've got here, they've come through it without any injuries, which is good.
Coach, how have these guys improved during your training camp in Thailand? And is there a different kind of hunger from them that you can see?
Yeah, there is. You know, they're definitely a very hungry team that we've got here. The improvements that we've had have been good. We've put them. They've had some very good sparring partners here in Thailand. Carlo's had the young fellow from Thailand that beat the world champion and the Olympic champion from Rio. He's had some good sparring and partner work with him, and also Nesthy. She's got the 60-kilo girl that's the number 5 in the world, and also the 57-kilo girl that's number 5 in the world. Irish has got some really good. They've got some really good small girls as well, and the girl that's 51's also qualified from top. So they've had some really good spars and good preparation here in Thailand. But
Coach,
when it comes to the Olympic Games and World Championships and all the big events, it depends on the draw, your luck, and the performance. We'd like to think that we've taken care of the performance with the preparation that we've put them through.
Coach, who are the countries that you are predicting to be the heaviest competitors for these guys?
Well, you know, like Carlo's got the Cuban, he's got the reigning world champion and the Olympic champion from Uzbekistan. The Indian, he'll be the number 1 seed. He beat Carlo in the qualifiers for it was a split decision. The Kazakh is pretty good in Carlo's division. In Nesthy's, there's the Bulgarian girl, the Irish girl, the Italian girl. The number 1 speed will probably be the Taipei girl. She's fairly handy as well. And Irish has got the Mary Com, and there's a lot of good girls in the 51s as well.
Coach, Thailand is just like the Philippines. It's a country that has a rich boxing history, striking discipline. How did the Thailand camp help the team in general?
Yeah, well, we've got similar weights. You know, the 52 has qualified, and the 51 girl is qualified, and they've got very good partners in all the other weights as well. So yeah, they're very competitive as well as the Philippines as well.
Did you expect to be an Olympian, Coach, now with the Philippines?
No, I didn't expect to do this. But, you know, it's a great opportunity, and it has been good. You know, the last 3 months especially, we've had the opportunity to have a look at the athletes and put them through a lot of different lots of training and themes, and worked out what they were capable of and any of their faults, and that helps when it comes to having a look at their opponents or their potential opponents for the Olympics.
How proud of you of this guy's growth from the SEA Games, Asian Games, now Olympics?
I am. I'm very proud. You know, I expected maybe 1 or 2 more to be on the team, but you know that opportunity fell through when the world qualifiers were cancelled. But you know the team that we've got here, I'm really happy with, and I know the coaches that have worked with them for the last 5 months are pretty happy with their progress up until now.
Una po, gaano po kayo ka-proud sa tatlong to? And also kay Yumer na rin na nasa Denver.
Well, naturally, ABAP is ecstatic, no? That we were able to put together 4 boxers. Actually, I think Coach Don will attest to this, that we actually expected more, maybe 1 or 2 more. But you know, the world qualifying tournament was canceled, and they had to go to the rankings, no? But we're happy with the 4 that we have. I think this is a very formidable lineup. Lahat yan capable of winning gold medal. Karoon lang ng mga tamang breaks, and if they can focus on their abilities and their competence to win every bout, they believe in themselves. Wala akong nakikitang dahilan kung bakit hindi sila pwedeng hindi nila makukuha yung pinakamataas na gantimpala sa Olimpiada. They're all very capable.
And sir, gaano po kalaking tulong yung ano po, yung MVPSF para sa inyo and para na rin po sa boxers?
Well, we're very fortunate, no? Not all NSAs have the benefit of a private benefactor, and one as generous and as concerned about our sport and our athletes as the MVP Sports Foundation. It helps a lot that Mr. Pangilinan is a sports fan. Alam naman natin yan, mahilig manood. He likes to watch sports activities, and he actually went into this advocacy of helping out sports because of his love for sports. It is a genuine advocacy. It's not for anything else. He's not into politics. It does not give him a return on investment. Wala namang kita yan eh. Lahat yan patulak. Pero ang noon pa man, nasabi na sa akin ni Mr. Pangilinan na ang layunin nila, their objective, or his objective really, is to be able to change lives. Nakita niya, he saw that athletes could be able to change the course of their lives and their families if they are given the right incentives. And so, while the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine government already set aside as a substantial amount for athletes, hindi kaya because ang daming sinusuportahan eh. There's just not enough for everyone. So it is really imperative that, if possible, each NSA have a private partner. At dito, sabi ko nga, mapalad ang ABAP na kasama kami dun sa mga sports na tinutulungan ni Mr. Pangilinan and the MVP Sports Foundation. Kung wala sila, hindi namin makukuha itong mga achievements, no, na nagawa ng boxing in international competitions, whether the SEA Games, Asian Games, World Championships, or the Olympics, or even pocket tournaments that we regularly participate. Ang dami naming pinupuntahan na mga pocket tournaments, international tournaments, which are funded by MVPSF. Tapos may mga incentives na binibigay ang MVPSF, not just for the SEA Games, Asian Games, or the big tournaments, kahit na maliit na tournament sa kasuluk-sulukan ng mundo. Pag nanalo ang boksingero namin ng medalya, meron yan. Pag pumunta sila sa isang lugar, hindi pwedeng wala silang baon. Meron silang daily allowance. Kahit na pumunta sa probinsya, halimbawa, dadalhin namin yung mga national boxers sa probinsya, merong allowance yan. And it's not peanuts. No? It compares with the per diems of mid-level management executives in big corporations. So isa sa mga unang sinabi sa akin ni Mr. Pangilinan at ni Mr. Vargas when I was appointed as Executive Director in 2009, unahin natin yung simple lang. Kasi may mga problema noon, diba? Sa uniforme, sapatos, pagkain, nutrition, vitamina. Inuna namin yon kasi yun ang madali. So, siniguro namin na pagka umakyat sa loob ng ring, sa taas ng ring ang boksingero, hindi siya nangingimi, hindi siya nahiyan. Ang pangit ng uniforme ko, ang sira yung sapatos ko, yung kalabang ko, ang gaganda ng mga suot. Kasi doon pa lang parang talo ka na eh. Di ba? Kung pagharap mo pa lang doon, medyo nahihiya ka na sa itsura mo. So we took care of the cosmetics, and then right away we saw to it that we got them the best trainers possible, equipment, and the living conditions, no, in Baguio, in Manila, in Rizal Memorial, wherever they are, sinisiguro namin na maayos yung kanilang living conditions.
And
You know,
thank
this
you,
is
sir.
become possible because of the support of MVPSF and of course the Philippine Sports Commission.
Gaano gaano kayo natulungan ng MVP, nila MVP?
Sa amin sir, sobra talaga sir yung pag-start lang ng boxing namin sir, pagkuha namin national team sir. Hanggang ngayon sir, yun pa rin yung suporta. Salamat talaga sir kasi binibigyan kami ng mga fight issues, maganda yung mga gamit namin sir. Saka sa mga vitamins sir. At salamat talaga sa Sir Ed, sa lahat sir. Nagkuhan sa namin sa MVP talaga sir. Kasi kung wala sa kanila sir, wala din kami dito sir eh. Sir. Thank you talaga sa kanila sir.
Sobrang laking tulong nga po sa amin. Kasi kung wala po yung tulong ng MVPSF po, hindi mararanasan ng pamilya namin yung mga makakain ng masarap na pagkain, mabili yung mga gamit na dati lang tinitingnan lang namin, ini-imagine lang namin. Yung bahay na gusto na matira ng pamilya ko, ng parents ko na gusto nila na yung dream house na gusto nilang ipagawa. Kumbaga, hindi nila ngayon yun mararanasan kung hindi po sa tulong ng MVPSF at saka sa Philippine Sports Commission po. Dalawa po sila. Pero mas grabe yung solid po yung MVPSF sa amin po. Hindi lang sa ABAP po, hindi lang sa boxer. Madami din po siyang ibang sports pa pong natutulungan. At kung saan kami ngayon, kung ano yung natatanggap namin ngayon, kung ano yung nabibili namin na hindi namin kayang mabili noon, hindi namin kayang mabigay sa pamilya namin noon. Yun yung nabibigay yun yung malaking tulong na naibibigay po ng MVPSF po sa amin.
Sobrang laking tulong po talaga sa amin, sir, yung MVPSF, sir. Kasi kung hindi po dahil sa kanila, siguro ngayon, hindi po kami makakarating saka hindi po kami ganong makakatulong po sa pamilya namin kung hindi po dahil sa tulong nila. Kasi sa mga incentives pa lang po na binibigay ng MVP Sports Foundation po, sobrang laking tulong na po yun sa amin at sa pamilya po namin. Kaya nagpapasalamat po ako.
Yung tulong ng MVPSF, kaya naman maraming humahanga, marami ang nagbibigay ng papuri. Kasi hindi naman nila kailangan gawin yun eh. Wala namang batas, wala namang reglamento na nagsasabi na dapat tumulong ang MVPSF para sa sports o sa anumang aktibidad. Ito ay kusa na ginawa ni Mr. Pangilinan, Mr. Vargas, Mr. Panlilio, at lang lahat sa MVP Sports Foundation because of their love for sports. So therein lies the difference. Sa Philippine Sports Commission, we know that these are people who care about our athletes and about how we perform in the world stage of sports. But there is also that underlying reason that it is their mandate to help sports and our athletes. Obligasyon yun ng gobyerno. Pero sa private sector, kusa nila yun. It is voluntary. It is something that they wanted to do, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. Kaya naman nagpapasalamat tayo ng sobra-sobra. Yung mga atleta, parating lang binabanggit yan. Nakita ko si Carlo when he was 10 or 11 years old sa Cagayan de Oro dahil talagang minamanok na siya ni at that time Governor Oscar Moreno, now Mayor Oscar Moreno, and Elmer Pamisa happens to be our national coach. Si Nesthy, bata pa yan. Hindi naman siya matanda ngayon pero bata pa yan nung nakilala ko. Ganon din si Irish. Si Irish kasabay kong pumasok sa ABAP 2009. Hindi ako nagkakamali, Irish, no? Kaya,
Yes po, sir.
batchmate ko yan eh. Sabay kami pumasok sa ABAP at nakita ko yung pag-angat ng galing ni Irish. Si Nesthy, noon pa man, bata pa lang yan, talagang yung mga coach hangang-hanga dyan dahil sa mga. Pero ngayon, it's not just her power, but also her cunning, her cleverness, and her speed that she has developed. And I think this is the right time. No? Marami na ikwento si Nesthy sa akin noon. Yung sinasabi niya na hindi nila natitikman dati. Pati kung natatandaan mo, Nesthy, di ba, nung bago pa lang ako sa ABAP, ilang taon muna bago ka umuwi sa Davao dahil ayaw niya umuwi, dahil nag-iipon siya na parang gusto niya sa Christmas break, mabigyan niya ng magandang Noche Buena yung kanyang pamilya. And I hope she doesn't mind. Sana huwag kang magagalit. Nesthy, sinabi mo sa akin, nung umuwi ka, yun ang unang beses na nakatikim ng masarap na Noche Buena ang pamilya niya. Dahil sa boxing. Di ba? Dahil sa tulong ng gobyerno, sa tulong ng private sector. Bong, that is the formula. Government and private sector have to work hand in hand para magkaroon ng magandang resulta sa ating mga sports endeavors. And, it's probably becoming hackneyed already na paulit-ulit na dahil sa pagtutulungan ng PSC at ng MVPSF, nararating natin itong mga achievements na ito, no, na mga performances na ito.
Last, sir, kasi po, you said kanina na if hindi na-cancel yung world qualifiers, we could have 2 more boxers. Tingin niyo po, sir, sino po yung dalawa pang yun?
Well, you never know. We were looking at several boxers who might have. Hindi naman sigurado yun. Hindi naman garantisado yun. Of course, Nesthy and Carlo, para sa amin, shoe-in yung mga yan sa world. No? They would have won a medal and didn't matter what. I think in their categories, they could have qualified by winning a medal, but they had to do it by ranking number 1 in Asia. And that's no mean feat. Number 1 sila sa Asia after the Asian Oceania qualifiers, yung mga nasa taas nila, pumasok na, so naging number 1 si Nesthy and si Carlo. But I felt that in the world qualifiers, they could have gone in anyway. And there could have been 1 or 2 or 3 more, but we never know. Kasi alam mo, may breaks eh. May maraming factors yan. You can't just say na, oh, this guy is a sure qualifier. No, you can't. But we know that they're potentially able to qualify.
Coach Don, since you're the one closest to Irish, Nesthy, and Carlo right now, how is their morale? How is their general outlook?
Yeah, you take it in consideration that they've been through 5 months of hard training, and we've only had one or 4 days of active passive recovery in between 2 12-week blocks of training. Now that their spirits are right up high, and that's also the coaches' jobs to keep their spirits up high, because now it's the business end where we taper them down and get them ready for the big competition in the Olympic Games. So they need to be in high spirits
Coach, this is just a light question. Do you have a lucky charm that you bring for every tournament, for every fight?
Yes, I'm a little bit superstitious, so I watch out for things. I watch out for things at the selection tournaments. I shared with one of the coaches a little what do you call it? It's a superstition that I had at the bubble, and I've got my predictions in the back of my head that I don't really want to share with anybody who I think is going to be the big chances and possibly the podium finishes.
Thank you, Coach Don.